going to be an unboxing of this month's Boxycharm. For those of you who don't know what Boxycharm is, it is a monthly subscription box that is $21 a month, and you get 4 to 5 full-size products. And the retail value of the box is usually over $100, so I think for $21 a month, it is so worth the price. In addition to the unboxing of the Boxycharm, I'm also going to be trying on all of the products that are in the box, hence why I have a bare face on right now for you guys. So if this is something that you're interested in seeing, keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's jump right into it. This is what the box looks like. The first thing that pops up when you open the box is this little card right here. It says Rock 2018. Every month, Boxycharm has a different theme for their boxes, and this month's theme is Rock 2018. Alright, so the first item that is in my box is this Brow Power brow pencil from It Cosmetics. It is in the shade Universal Taupe. Okay, I hope it's dark enough for me, because clearly taupe is not my hair color. Very heavy weight, and I like that. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with the pencil. When it comes to eyebrow pencils, I like to warm them up on my hand a little bit, kind of like this. That way you don't feel like you're like kind of pulling at your brows real hard to get the color payoff. Once I warm that up, I'm just gonna go ahead, go in and fill my brows. So I actually really like this eyebrow pencil. It is actually a lot darker than I thought it would be. Because, you know, when you see the word taupe, you're like, okay, like, not like me, not taupe. But wow, I really like this eyebrow pencil. It went on so smooth. It is a little bit darker than my natural hair color, but, I mean, I'm for it. No, I'm definitely for it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my other brow off camera. That way we can just speed this video up. That was the It Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Eyebrow Pencil, and it retails for $24. Let's move on to the next product in the box, which is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Illuminizer Primer. Now, I've never used this before, but I've heard such great things about it. Friends of mine that have used it, and they just say it's one of the most best primers that they've ever used. So I'm so excited that we get to try it. And this retails for $38. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead, put some on my fingers there. I don't know if you guys can really see, but kind of adds this like sheen like thing to my skin. Definitely doesn't make it glow or anything, so it's not really luminizing, but it definitely does give my skin this like really nice sheen, and I like it. It kind of reminds me of a light version of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, the original one. That like silicone feeling, but not so thick like the Smashbox one, if that makes sense. Yeah, I like it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply my foundation, concealer, powder, all that good stuff off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back with my foundation, concealer, and powder on, and I am in love with this Dr. Brandt Pores No More Illuminizer Primer. It is so good. Like, before I even set my face with my powder, it looked flawless. Like, literally pores no more. Like, the name says it all. For my foundation, I did use the Fenty Beauty foundation, this one right here. I'm in shade 250, and for my under eye concealer, I use, of course, the Tarte Shape Tape right here, and I am in shade medium. I set my under eye with the Patrick Star powder right here. I didn't bake it or anything like that. I find that this powder is a little bit too light for me, so whenever I do use it to bake, it gives me a very, very bright under eye, and that's just not what I was going for today. So I just took a fluffy brush and kind of dusted it on there. For my all-over finishing powder, I use the MAC Skin Finish Mineralized Powder in the shade Medium Tan. Alright, so moving on to the next item in the box, we have a little palette from Crown Pro. This is what the palette looks like. It is the Glam Meadows eyeshadow palette. Let's see. Oh, one of my shadows is broken, right? So I'm gonna have to be super careful while I show you guys. But this is what the palette looks like. You can see it's all very metallic-y colors. They do have one matte color in here. It's the black metal color right up here. The rest are, for the most part, pretty metallic-y. I would say that you would have to use this one with another palette that you already have that has more transition colors. These colors are good for like inner corner or lid colors. Since there is no transition color in that palette, I'm gonna go ahead and just grab my Z palette with my random shadows in there. And I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It is the shade Saddle from MAC. It is one of my all-time favorite transition colors. Keep me cool when I get overdone. You can see me there. When my heart speaks free. Take my hand in the middle of a crisis. Pull me close, show me, baby. Alright, so I went ahead and just blended that saddle color into my crease, and I kind of deepened it a little bit in the outer corners to give my eyes a little bit more dimension. Now I'm going to go into the Glam Metals palette that we received. And I'm going to take this color Rebel right here, the middle shade. I'm going to go ahead and just pack that on my lid. Patting that onto my lid. Wow, this is beautiful. So, so beautiful. I love this color. It is so pretty. Alright, so even though the shadow is super pigmented, I still sprayed my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus just to intensify that pigmentation even more, and I am loving this color. I love the formula of the shadow. It's so creamy. Super, super creamy. I love it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do my other eye really quick. Pull me close, show me, baby, where the light is. I was scared of a heart I couldn't silence, but you made me feel good. I like it. Alright, now we got that done. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the same brush that I use to blend out that crease shade. I'm gonna use that same brush. It is the MAC 217 brush, by the way, this one right here. My favorite blending brush ever. I'm just going to use that same brush, and I'm going to dip it into the black shade right here in the Glam Metals palette. I have to remember to be careful with my palette. I have a little broken pan. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take that black shade and kind of just work it on the outer corner of my eye. Like that. Kind of blend it towards the Rebel color, but not quite all the way in. Kind of just halfway like that. Alright, now that both eyes are done, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the next product that's in the box, which is the Pure Bronze and Brighten palette. It looks like this. Let's open this bad boy up. Okay, so it looks like it's a blush, highlighter, and bronzer trio. This is it right here. I'm not too sure how I feel about the bronzer, only because I'm not really into really shimmery bronzers. When it comes to my bronzers, I like them to be a little bit more matte. Just go ahead and grab this brush and dip it into the bronzer. as shimmery as I thought it was gonna be. I actually kind of like it. Alright, so I ended up really liking that bronzer actually. My initial thought about it was that it was going to be super shimmery, but it's not at all. It's actually really pretty. The only thing is I think it is just a little bit too dark for me right now, but it will definitely work for me once I get my tan back in the spring/summertime. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the same palette using my Bare Minerals Blooming Blush Brush right here. This is my favorite blush brush. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just dip it into this pink shade right here. It is the shade Blush and Glow. Let's see how this blush color works on me. Now, I'm very picky when it comes to blush colors. I put a little bit too much product. I'm very picky when it comes to blush colors. I like my blushes to be very peachy. Alright, so I don't completely hate the blush. I don't mind the color of it. The only thing that I don't like is it kind of glows. I don't like shimmery blushes. I like my blushes to kind of be more on the matte side. So that's how I feel about that. But it is pretty. It's a pretty color. It's just not something that I would go for. But if shimmery blushes are your thing, then you'll love this one. It's a really pretty color. Let's go ahead and do my other side. Alrighty, now I'm gonna go in with my Sigma tapered blending brush. It is the E40 brush, this one right here. I'm gonna take that brush and I'm gonna dip it into the middle color of this palette to do my highlight. Now that is a highlight. Woo! Guys, I am beaming. Days where I want to be really extra. Oh yeah, this is it. I'm living. Alright, so that was the Bronze and Brighten Cheek palette from Pure, and it retails at $34. And I'm so sorry, I didn't tell you guys how much the Glam Metals palette is. The Glam's Metal palette from Crown Pro retails at $25. Alright, time for the last item in the box, which is a matte lip paint from Girlactik. Ooh. Alright, and it is the shade Posh. Ooh, pretty. Alright, before I put the lip paint on, I'm gonna go in with my Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. My lips have been really crusty lately, I guess you can say. Crusty is kind of an exaggerated word, but because of it being wintertime and everything, my lips have just been so dry. So I feel like whenever I put on any type of liquid lip, it just, my lips kind of just shrivel up and crack and kind of eat the lipstick away, and it's kind of disgusting. So I find that the Farsali Rose Gold Elixirs really help with kind of keeping my lips kind of hydrated beneath that liquid lipstick. This is what the lip looks like on. It's such a pretty color and I love the way it feels. It's very lightweight and not drying for a liquid lipstick. That is everything that is in the box. That was the little card. I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner and put on some lashes really quick, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna calculate how much the box was worth. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I did go ahead and put on some liner and lashes. I smoked out my under eye a little bit with the same black shade from the Glam Metals palette that I used in my outer corner. Alright, so the retail value of this month's Boxycharm is $144. That is an amazing value considering we get the box for only $21. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed it. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. And I just want to take a second to let you guys know that this is actually my first video on YouTube ever. So if you have any feedback or anything, please feel free to let me know. I would highly appreciate it, just so I can know things I can work on in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you next time.